On to the playoffs, and we'll be ready. But thank you.
When David Beckham first arrived in the United States in 2007, soccer was essentially a minor event in the nation's sports landscape. The heavyweights, baseball, basketball, and football took up the whole main stage. Being a living legend already, Beckham arrived with the very modest goal of not just becoming a celebrity, but also advancing the sport and somehow integrating it into the fast-paced rhythm that Americans like. The strategy began with a deal for an astounding $250 million. People didn't know that the enormous figure was a brilliant PR move by Beckham's staff until much later. Not bad, but far from the $250 million that was in the news. His real compensation with the Galaxy was $32.5 million over 5 years, or $6.5 million each season. Nevertheless, that figure made everyone speak. Stadium suites sold out, Galaxy tickets became in high demand, and all eyes went to Major League Soccer. It seemed as though American soccer was receiving a dash of British enchantment, despite Beckham's lack of lofty promises. The true game-changer, however, wasn't limited to the field. Behind the scenes in Los Angeles, Beckham's influence was almost like a work of corporate art as he carved out his territory. One of the perks of his special deal was an exclusive opportunity to purchase an MLS expansion franchise outside of New York for a fixed sum of $25 million, something no other player had. One might argue that the former Manchester United and Real Madrid great already had the keen vision of an eagle, and this odd provision alluded to his aspirations. Therefore, it became evident that Beckham wasn't only here to play soccer, but also to make a lasting impression when he decided to choose that choice in 2014 and announced the founding of Inter Miami. Inter Miami becomes a significant part in this story at that point. It was an ambitious initiative that rocked the league's underpinnings, not just another franchise. Undoubtedly, Inter's path hasn't been easy. Beckham and his team fought for years to obtain a stadium and get the team on the field because the promises were so big. However, following a protracted wait, they eventually introduced the squad in 2020, just like in a heartwarming film. With Beckham as its owner and face, the team immediately seized attention and drew well-known foreign players, giving the league even more legitimacy. However, Lionel Messi's arrival in 2023 marked the true turning point. Messi's signing was the type of move that sparks excitement and propels American soccer to new heights that weren't so long ago thought imaginable. Inter Miami's popularity skyrocketed once Messi joined the team. After winning the Leagues Cup and earning a spot in the TATF Champions Cup, the team unexpectedly became one of the league's most valued teams at the age of just 3. On the one hand, Beckham's and Messi's presences certainly bring American soccer to a level of attention never seen before. Beckham opened the way for well-known players like Higuain, Matuidi, and Busquets to come to the United States. In addition, the league's strict salary cap was broken with the establishment of the designated player rule, which gave teams the opportunity to recruit top players. All of this has added some glitz, publicity, and that unique kind of theatrics that appeals to American fans. However, the question remains, is soccer still underdog in the eyes of conventional American sports in spite of these celebrity arrivals? Indeed, Messi's debut led to a huge influx of new supporters, and Beckham was a trailblazer in bringing the league such widespread notice. To be honest though, what percentage of young Americans are selecting soccer as their preferred sport? The league's viewing figures are still far lower than those of the NFL or NBA, and the sport still feels like an undercard act here, in contrast to soccer-mad nations like Brazil or Argentina. Some contend that the league may be passing up a fantastic opportunity to establish a foundation of domestic talent by focusing only on well-known players. Perhaps the league should invest in youth academies, nurture local players, and elevate American potential instead of lavishing money on European veterans. Even when celebrities draw large audiences, substantial contracts and eye-catching names might not be enough for true, lasting success. If MLS hopes to remain a developing league and genuinely pique the attention of the next gene,